বিল্ডিং কলাপসের ছবিটা দিবে নাকি? দিয়ে দাও, দিয়ে দাও। ডিনামিক এই ডিনামিক কই আছে? তো রানা প্লেসের ছবি আছে না? রানা প্লেসের ছবি আমার কাছে
বাহ, বাংলাটাই তো
সার্চ দিলে তো পাওয়া যায়।
কিছু লাগবে না স্যার।
ওই ডিনামিক।
Hello everybody.
আসুক সমস্যা নেই।
As we know that you know that we are all Bangladeshi and we are in a group 1. Actually, this is a dyeing factory. This is a dyeing factory. Fabric dyeing. Okay. And there is a lot of OSH problem, but I discuss here only on that is a ventilation problem. You can see in the picture that there is so much vapor. Can you see? So much vapor. So the main problem is ventilation problem here. And what is the effect to the worker? Actually, the effect to the worker is a chemical exposure. All the vapor are come from the different kinds of chemicals. So the worker may be exposed by this chemical, and he can be affected by this chemical also. It may this exposure can be skin, eyes, then lungs, etc. And by this chemical exposure, he may also lose his work ability. Then effect to the company. Actually, initially stage, all the company owners say that no, this is not a problem, and he can realize what is the problem here. Yeah, this is just a paper; it will be removed. But but this is not happen. What is the effect? The effect of the main effect is that when the water work here, he affected by this chemical. As a result, he affected by so many diseases. That's what is like as a lung disease also. And as a result, today or tomorrow, he must be go out from the company. So what will do the owner? The owner must be need a new worker. He will take up this fresh worker. That means we took a fresh worker and we will train up him. And for this reason, he need more money. But initially stage, the owner can understand it. And what is the effect of society? As you know that the chemical exposure is a unseen effect. You can see, you cannot see anything like exposure. Like this is the instant. If anybody fall from the high place, you can see it. He break his leg or he is injured. But if anybody work with chemical, you can see this. Okay. So the society, what happened to the society? Actually, the society lost the experienced earner and get a burden. Okay, you can see so what is the main problem of this OSH? So this is the ventilation again, and company has designed the work situation with OSH problem because he has no space to set up a ventilation. And as you see, the last wall, actually this is the boundary wall. So he can put or set a ventilation here. So boundary wall. As a result, the vapor diffuse the workplace also. So this is all. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Presentation.
Any question? Sorry. Any question? No question. So everybody understood it. Yeah. A question, girl.
I'd like to know, now you mentioned about the ventilation in the factory. Yes, in Bangladesh, is there any norms or standard for the ventilation?
Yeah.
I would like to know.
Actually, in this case, I advised him to, if it is not possible, to make a local exhaust, permanent exhaust, then please arrange some local exhaust. Local exhaust means you can put up the exhaust here to come out the vapor from the factory.
In our
In law, you want to law?
Yes.
Yes. There is a lot of provision about ventilation and this, and we must discuss about this after if you get
This
chance.
is not.
Tell the name of the
specifically
law.
described.
Sorry?
Okay. No, sir.
আইনের নামটা
Sir,
বলে দাও।
please. I didn't know. Bangladesh Labor Law.
Bangladesh
2006.
Labor Act 2006 and Bangladesh Labor Laws 2015.
Okay, it's two acts.
অর্থনীতি
But it is not specifically said that that amount of ventilation must be present, but it have to be proper ventilation. It is said that it have be proper ventilation for this type of workplace. And, now proper ventilation is we think proper ventilation when the all amount of or the chemical is not exposed to the worker, then it we will call that it is proper ventilation. But in that case, it is not proper ventilation. You can see green or so much effort.
Any more question related to this picture only,
Yes,
not from the other side?
yes.
Any question? Only this
Now
topic.
you mentioned about the proper ventilation.
Yes, proper
That,
ventilation.
I would like to know which condition is the proper ventilation for this section, for this factory? So do you have any specific provision in the law or any
Yes.
standards
No,
in your
no,
country?
there is no standard that this amount of ventilation. It's a sufficient amount of ventilation. It's written is sufficient, not this amount.
So that no suffocation would be appear.
এই কেন আসলে
Similar with
ও বাইরে যাওয়ার জন্য
Yes.
we have provision for general provision for the audit, but there's no standard or norms specific.
Basically follow the European or American standard for this. Basically.
Thank you.
Good.
বাইরে
Thank
চলে
you.
যেতে হবে আসলে
And shall we take group number 2?
কত নম্বর রুলস আছে পড়েছেন বলো তুমি এখন দাঁড়ায়
আমাদের স্বাস্থ্যের জন্য সরকার এমন ধোয়া বাইরে ওটা প্রেরণ করে দেওয়ার ব্যবস্থা রয়েছে
Yes. Okay. Please.
I lost my seat.
ঠিক আছে এই জায়গায় ঠিক আছে
স্যার বিল্ডিং ভেঙে দিলেন শেষ পর্যন্ত রানা প্লাজাতে কতদিন খাবো স্যার
Yes.
Well, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Today we are going to present a case. I will discuss with the current challenge. This is the major important things we are currently working on it. And we will also share the impact for the worker, for the employer, and for the society, as well the country. And later we will discuss about the solution. What is the problem, how we do make the solution, and of course why we are going to solve this. And before going to the presentation, I will discuss the background. In 1980, we have many industrial sector in Bangladesh: shipbreaking, RNG, tannery, footwear, beverage, pharmaceuticals, many things. But RNG is our challenge, sir. In 2018, we introduced RNG in Bangladesh, and day by day it has been increased. Since due to the cheap labor cost and the population, so buyer come to us to buy clothes with cheap rate, and thus our industry has been increased. Not only the industry, the residential building has been operating as a R&D. Then the building, when the building has been performed, then it was not calculated as for the machine, for the load of employees. The fire design was not been design not like as it is operating right now. The electrical safety is not okay with this. So our case is the building safety, including structural, fire and electrical. Then in 24th April 2013, the Rana Plaza has been collapsed. It is a garments, it was a garments, and 1100 people died. And we got pressure from different buyer association, the International Labour Organization, and so on. Then our case is the building safety today. And for the building safety, the worker, you can guess the worker effect, worker impact. The worker died, the worker injury, permanent disability, and the family move on. And employer impact is the production loss, money loss, profit loss, and the society impact is cost of healthcare and working population is being reduced. So how we are going to solve this? It's a vast thing. How can I explain? It's like we reformed a remediation coordination cell in Bangladesh. Remediation coordination cell is working to solve the RMG building safety, only for RMG, not other. We first assessed all the garments factory. Do you know Accord? Have you ever heard Accord Alliance? Accord is the buyer association from Europe, and Alliance is for North American. So we have total 3,780 garments in our country. More than that maybe, but we have record on this. And some building has been assessed by the Accord, some building has been assessed by the Alliance, and some by the national initiative, which is government. First, we assess the garments factory. Then we generate a corrective action plan for this factory, individual, structural, fire and electrical. Then we formed a remediation coordination cell. In remediation coordination cell, there is 3 task force. The task force is we hired university professor who is the expert to ensure the design, whether it is okay or not, and the other agency, the building, who is authorized of the Building Code of Bangladesh, and some other expertise from. We made task force. We recruit a huge number of engineers to go visit and whether the owner is, the working on the corrective action plan or not. We amend the law. We introduce the rules, labor rules. We follow the Bangladesh National Building Code, and we work together, in collaboration with different expertise. We Department of Inspection, Factories and Establishment, are going to solve this. And this is how and why we are going to solve this is the buyer pressure, demand for the trade union, and the international pressure, ILO, European Union, and so on. And we also, labor law, we have amended labor law. We introduced all the pros and cons regarding this. So this is how we are going to solve this case. This is basically very important because we are working here. You are sitting here for a long time. You can go for ergonomics, and you are working with sewing machine. You can injure your finger. But the thing is, if the building is collapsed, if the fire is happened, is the electrical, the circuit breaker or overloading or the arc blast, if it is going on, then a huge, massive accident is going to be happened. So this is how we address this case, sir. So any questions? Better not ask.
Thank you very much. And should we continue with the group number 3? That must be Myanmar group.
দাদা আপনাকে কোশ্চেন করছিল চিনে রাখছেন
কঠিন কিছু বলো বুঝবে না
তাও তো আমি মোট ওই
তাও তো আমরা বলেই নাই কে স্যান্ডেল আর
বুঝছে এখানে পাতা আছে বুঝছে টিম পাতা ভুনা পাতা
গেছে গেছে মুস্তাফিজ
তামিল নিয়ে এসে ওই তামিল নিয়ে এসে
ওই যে কইছেন ইউনিভার্সিটি প্রফেসর এক্সপার্ট ওদের হায়ার করছে খুশি হয়েছে প্রফেসর দিয়ে সম্মান
একের অস্থির কি মেশিন সেফটি no hand gloves
my national country. Yes. In Myanmar, one of the OSC problem is machinery hazards. You can see in this picture, we have the only 1951 factories for the machinery safety. For machine safety, the provision is generally for machine design. Therefore, in our country, most of the machine designs are made by themselves. Therefore, employer themselves. Therefore, most of the machines are not covered.
cover আছে না
But I think there is a cover.
No.
Yes.
Yes.
One
guard
we inspect to the factory, we make like this. We give the remedial notice to make like this. It is not safe because the citizen and the opening is
But
not
sometimes,
proper.
but
cover
sometimes you
যদি
need
পুরোটা
to
ঢেকে দেয় তাহলে
cut
কাটবে কি করে?
white.
Yes, I mean,
So as this purpose, this is okay.
no, not okay because you can see
মোটাই
the this time the organic are not
So
safe
if
design.
I cut the white, white log or white wood, then what is it possible? I think it will be better if it is the it will be removable. Then the cut is thin, it's okay, please down, and the cut is white, it's up.
I mean,
Yes.
therefore, most of the Asians are organ behind the machine hazards. The workers count out their body best, the rotation best of the machine and the cutting back. In current situation in Myanmar, no authorized examiner for safety of machine design. No provision for the machine design in the existing law. Therefore, the side effect for worker disability because of their loss, their body fat, and low income, the difficult to get new job, and also their family face the socio-economic problem. And for the companies and the employer have the side effects. The employer have production law, and the compensation and Medicare cost increase. Medicare cost increase and indirect cost. The company reputation is low and low for the investment for stakeholder. Also attract to the company by investor. unfortunate side effect is because most of the machines are no cover. Some of the employer import the sales machine to foreign country, but they remove the cover, and sometimes the cover is damaged. The cover is damaged, they do not repair. Sometimes the operators and the supervisor less of the knowledge.
Like here in this case, basically two things are very important. One, since it is a cutting machine, cutting type of machine, you know, she is cutting the wood. So here we need to ensure the guard so that his hand cannot go in with the cutting tools. And another thing is he need to have the PP, proper PP. I mean, he had to leather gloves or I don't know, metal gloves. Right? So this is a common case, I think, in your country.
Okay,
right?
how can we impose a guard in this machine, in this case?
There are many ways. There are actually many ways.
What's the solution of that?
This picture is similar. You know, this design is by themselves.
Empire.
This is not
No, the infrastructure design for
This is
safety.
locally made and
There is a solution. Three.
So this is the local machine actually.
The local machines and employer install themselves by themselves. Because they don't know about the safety.
Right.
But you have to, we have to say that it will be safe when this type of precaution is taken. What type of precaution we will take in that case?
This is the main challenge of in our country.
Yes.
It is our duty to say
Yes.
this is not a safe condition,
Yes.
but they said they have less knowledge on OSH. So they think if he is cutting this wood, and sometimes he can get an injury. So we come to it is an accident injury. So we goes to this factory and we told this is because of your machine is an unsafe condition. So he gets an injury, but they don't agree because no, this is not our machine.
No, yeah.
This is his. Unfortunately, he gets because he is not good for his parents or he is not good for his family. So he is this bad manner. He gets injured because we do this work for a long time. We don't have any injury like that. So they have many complaints about it. So, but the main problem is in our law. My brother also mentioned about 1951 Factory Act. There is no specific provisions in our law for the machine designs. How do we install machine for the safety and how to install, how to placements not to injure for the workers. And also in machinery safety, there is a standard, the safe distance and also the opening speed, how much it be and how much the cover it must be. But we don't have any specific condition in our law. This is the main challenge for. So the employer complained to, this is safe. So why do we tell this machine is not safe? But we don't have any reference to tell to the employer, in our law, this is a safe condition. But we don't have any
but legal obligation or legal support.
So it is a main
Yes,
challenge.
but to want to know that have you have any take any action to amend this law and introduce or address these issues in your legislation?
Yes, in our legislation, we only have, so I mentioned previously, we don't have exact the condition. We have a general provision. For example, in our provision, we have the employer have to cover the machine, not to for private to safe condition or taking bath, but how to cover. So the employer say how to cover, but we don't have any ways.
Perfect.
Yes. So it's the main challenge. So now we in Myanmar we drafting the OSH law, and now we report it to the parliament, and we think the next year or something we can't know exactly. But if we enact OSH law, we have many regulations for the detail, for specific, for the every hazards.
And shall we move forward to approve for? And maybe a little farther?
Mình đủ file. Xong là ăn trưa rồi nhỉ? Ngủ phết rồi đấy. Rồi sang cái lịch này. Cái lịch này.
প্রত্যেকেই এর উত্তর জানি এই নেতার বুঝছি আর অত উত্তর জানা না প্রশ্ন করে না প্রশ্ন নেই এর উত্তর কাম না জানি
Hôm nay mình mới đi xong lấy cái cắm đấy đâu này. Chứ là còn 3 nữa.
Да, Мубарак.
We present our Myanmar president of Myanmar before. This is a gin factory. Gin making factory. Yeah. This is this working area is one part of the gin making. This section is sandblasting. No wash. Bleaching. Sandblasting. Bleaching. Or some of the workers, all of the workers standing all the day, working only working hour, working. Yeah, they are all standing all the day and making like this. Yeah. This is the I want to say this is the condition of the working area. Sorry. First of the worker. This is first of the workers. Sorry. For the size of effect, first of the workers, as you know, they are standing all the time. The workers feel back pain and muscle pain and neck pain and the
Stress.
In this condition, so many deaths are arising. No slump. The ventilation is poor ventilation. It's just English ventilation. The ventilation is poor. That room, the roof is low. The roof is low. So the temperature of the room is high.
Yes.
And previous group said in our country Myanmar, for heat, light, ventilation, dust, to reference the standard. When we inspect that workplace, we said the employer or the manager, your working condition is not good about the heat, ventilation, poor working posture. To correct that condition. At the time, the employer or the manager replied me, how to manage? Why do you said this condition is not good? And you see, this is air, exhaust, and in this air, emergency door is already closed. It's already closed.
Door must be closed.
At that time, we didn't start the standards in our labor law, 1951 Factory Act. Most of the articles are general, not specific. Not specific. As a part of effect, in our country, the safety culture hasn't been developed at present. And the safety and occupational safety and health law is only draft. Cannot enforce now at present. Coming soon.
Okay, we are waiting.
Are you ready? Ready?
I left one fact. The factory manager said to me, this building is a rent to other owner. It is not designed for garment.
Okay.
It is one of the challenge. One of the reasons for safety and health effect, safety and health condition for the work for the employees. Another fact is the buyer didn't pay safety budget. All of the garment factory in Myanmar are CNP, cutting, making, and packaging. It means the owner gets the buyer give the clothes, the clothes and make cutting, making, packaging, and return to the buyer. The company owner gets the money for swing.
Yeah, we understand. Yes.
That first are considered for safety and health in government factory in Myanmar.
Yes.
This is all for now. Thank you very much.
No,
it's okay. I think we have to move forward to the last group.
Oh, yeah. Thank you.
After free time, I will stay.
মানে বাইরেরা কোনো প্রেশার দিচ্ছে ভাই
না হ্যাঁ হচ্ছে কি এই বিল্ডিংটাও যে ডিজাইন করা হয়নি ওরা কি করতে আমরা তো অনেক কিছু করছি তাহলে ওরা কনসালটেন্ট হিসেবে আমাদের নিয়ে যাবে ডেপুটেশন আমি ওরা পেয়ে যাই
বলতে পারি
Video recording.
Yes. So we have to be conscious.
Yeah.
ICT law violation হয়ে যাবে বুঝছো
Nice slide.
বাপ রে
ফার্স্ট ভেরি গুড
এটা কাজ করছে সেটা দেখাইছে না কাপ
So the topic today that we choose is the cost in the construction of the high-rise building. Because as you know, Vietnam is a very developing country, and right now we are on the rise of high-rise building. And we just completed a very high tower in Vietnam recently, and we see that there are a lot of problems in the construction of high-rise building. So the side effects. Firstly, we think that the worker is the main target to the effect of the construction of high-rise building. So firstly, when they will have the physics effect on their physics. When the accident happens, there must be an injury or fatal accidents, and then they can have occupational disease. They can have impairment or disability, and then for their mental, they panic. All the workers, when they see the accident, they will be panicked and they will lose motivation to work. And to the company, they will have low productivity, they will have the cost increase, the delays, and they will lose their reputation, as well as they will have legal problems when their inspector come to the companies after the accidents. And to the society, of course, the cost of healthcare will increase. The social insurance will have to jump in when their accidents happen. And there are problems to the survivors of the workers, for families or children or wives of the workers. And as well as we have the pollution when we construct the high-rise building, and of course noise and dust and the fire hazards. And not only the workers have the accident, but we also have the accident for the people who travel around buildings. We can give an example that just happened recently in Vietnam. So as you can see here, this is the gondola carry the workers on high-rise building, and suddenly an accident happened and this dropped on the street outside of the construction building, and it fall on the woman. She driving on the street, so she had an accident. Yeah. And about the side origin. Okay, so about the side origin. Firstly, the workers are not trained properly, of course, and also the employers or supervisor, they are not really concentrate on the OS, because they think that OS is not really important to their in comparison with their business or they're doing. And also right now, because the high-rise building is a new construction in Vietnam, so we are not the standard for construction is not really up to date, and therefore the employers, they do not allocate the budget for fire preventions, and as well as they think that if the accident happens, the compensation for the worker is also low, so they do not pay much attention to these problems. So that's all our presentation. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Any questions?
I hope so.
Nice presentation.
Yes. Maybe we just need just to stand up and take a cup of coffee for 5 minutes, and then Peter will come to here. 5 minutes.
For 15 minutes or 20 minutes. Give me 1 minute. চাল ডাল তরকারি আলু বেগুন পটল সব কি করবো কনস্ট্রাকশনের সেটা বলে গেছে এইটা যারা ধরতে পারছে তাদের জন্য সহজ হয়েছে
But how we are going to solve the issue? Some building is not designed for the factory, but it is operating now. So do you have taken any action?
Free time.
In that factory, the factory owner is
Now we are started. Now we are student.
yes. We want to know how
How your washing station department going to solve the problem to the factory which is not designed for the system?
No, it's the machine in our department about safety and health. It's not mentioned in our safety and health law. It's not mentioned. Yeah.
Then it may problem.
এখানে আছে এখানে আছে মানে ওই যে স্কুলে পাওয়া যায়
Also, you can take it as the only place here that's
No water for drinking?
the toilet room is better than the one in the bottles. So it's very clean water in Copenhagen.
Yes.
So it's good for drinking.
In Vietnam, in Myanmar, in Bangladesh, the wash is a new concept. Though it is a new concept all over the world, but in 3 countries, very new concept. We are learning definition.
Yeah, that's what we.
Bangladesh has already elected a policy, wash policy 2013, and has amended the Bangladesh Labour Act 2006. In the 2013 including when you wash issues such as fire safety and evacuation plan. Every floor must be showed. And lots of pressure from buyers. And International Labour Organization starts their work in Bangladesh, better work, from Thailand shifted to Bangladesh. That's why we are practicing.
So their legislation is very new, I think, in Myanmar.
Actually, we had an Act 1965 when we were under the Pakistan.
And that was more or less copied from an old British law.
Because we are British colonial. And everything, the bureaucracy, the official is like British. We cannot outside under this influence. We are trying. Because now we are in low middle income countries. We are trying middle income countries and our vision 2021.
And I understood that you were just about establishing an Bosch Institute.
Yes. Last week, the highest authority of our country, ECNEC, has approved the project. Okay? And Bilal is working with Bosch Institute. And now our RCC, Remediation Coordination Cell, is working. And basically, Accord Alliance was working in Bangladesh and National Initiative. Now, from January 2020, 2019, Accord and Alliance leave our country. We leave our country and we will work under the RCC. And RCC is held by
the Accord was extended one day.
No, our
but
our government.
That's because of the problem that they have short-term services. It is a mental problem.
So the Accord will be closed?
Yes. What we has given 6 months close their work. Everything will be happening now under the RCC. And RCC is part of diet.
RCC, what is that standing for?
Remediation Coordination Cell.
You know, as you know, potentially is taking a long time to develop. It is not like that. Take time. And then when you go to the doctor, and they the last experience. And you know, we have occupational specialists and 14, 15 diseases that is qualified. So if for
So we are ready to start the next session. We are now moving from causes of safety and health problems, effects of health and safety problems, to the organizations where, sorry, excuse me,
Okay.
please listen.